we are back with another horror movie vid. Today, we are showing, well, a whole bunch of movies, obviously. So, first, let's start with Creature in the Woods.
Actually, let me try zooming this out a little bit, because I'm not sure.
Sorry. Ow. Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Are you kidding me?
See, they couldn't see both of us.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Shane, but it's really, he's the star of the channel anymore.
Well,
so anyway.
I'm not in every vid actually, but I try to be in every single vid I can. So, as long as this channel keeps up, I'm gonna be in most of the vids.
Okay.
So, like I said, Creature in the Woods.
Okay, I gotta say a few things about this and the next several movies. This is one of them that I got from the Tempe sale. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Tempe DVD, but they went out of business, had a sale. A bunch of their stuff was like $1 a piece or for really good prices, and I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I don't know. I mean, Tempe stuff is very low budget, but obviously the people make these movies with a lot of enthusiasm and not much money. And I rather enjoyed this one. Another one from that sale I got was Too Young to Die. Haven't watched yet, so if you all have seen it out there, tell me what you think about it. I don't know. I watched this one, The Craving. Let me show that one. That one, and that one wasn't bad. Sorry about the glare. But it wasn't too bad. I kind of enjoyed it. Okay,
you did the past two movies without me, so let me do a movie.
I'm sorry.
Let's go. It's so, blood, interesting. I can't even read it because it's, so drippy.
It's skinned alive. So, obviously not something he'll be allowed to watch. I haven't seen it yet either. So, and I also haven't seen this one, but it's another one that was $1 from the Tempe sale.
And you guys know he has a horror movie. He has a horror movie addiction, so it's surprising that some of the horror movies that he hasn't even been interested in watching.
No, that isn't true. I haven't had time to watch all of them. I can only watch so many movies.
Yeah.
But I'll get to most of them.
Dark Revelations?
Dark Revelations. That's another one from the Tempe sale. So, yeah, I think they're shut down now, totally. So they opened their website back up a little bit in January or February, and then they shut down again, so I think they're done. So anyway, that's all from the Tempe DVD sale that I ordered.
And
hold on.
Yes,
I ordered the stuff from the Tempe sale, it was probably December, early December, late November. Go ahead.
Okay. Guys, this is the one I wanted to start with. It's called Hellbound. Hellraiser 2. Is this the second, Hellbound?
It's the second Hellraiser movie, and it's actually a very respectable follow-up sequel. Most people say the sequels are not very good of a lot of franchises. This one is actually an exception. It's actually a really good sequel. So, pretty much picks up where the first one left off. So, a lot of fun with that movie.
Yeah. Is there a second Hellraiser?
Oh, there's been many Hellraisers, but the best ones are the first two. So.
Lots of hells. So, next one, Bad Influence.
This is more of a thriller. James Spader, Rob Lowe. Definitely has a high on the creep factor and the suspense. Not so much a horror movie, more of a thriller, but that's kind of a blurry line. So anyway, yeah, it's
blurry
good.
Line. This one's not blurry. It's horror. The Gift.
The Gift, a very suspenseful thriller.
The Gift is probably a skeleton that is evil and it wants to eat everybody.
No.
What even is the Gift? Does it show somebody?
This woman's clairvoyant and she can see things, and I mean it's a good suspenseful thriller. I don't remember specifically. I just remembered really liking it. It's got Cate Blanchett, Keanu Reeves, Katie Holmes, Greg Kinnear, Hilary Swank. So it's got an all-star cast. It's a great film. Definitely, I strongly recommend this. Haven't opened this copy yet, but I have seen it. I got it for pretty cheap. So.
And also, guys, $3 from Big Lots.
Yeah, if they still have a copy of it, but yeah, I got it pretty cheap. I decided, well, I definitely had to have it. I probably got it for less than that. I probably had a 20% off coupon.
Ooh, and this one is by Leonardo da Vinci. Nope. It's Leonardo DiScarpio.
Leonardo?
But in other ways, it's Shutter Island.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, as you may know from Titanic, probably his most popular film, and several others, of course. Not a huge fan necessarily of this actor. Wolf of Wall Street, I haven't seen yet. Heard he was in that. Good suspenseful thriller, a lot of fun. Definitely have to stay with it, pay attention, but I would definitely recommend it. Wolfbound. Good film if you like your erotic werewolf movies.
I disappeared. Help me.
Probably my favorite of all the sequels for Halloween, Halloween H2O. A lot of people didn't like it. You know, I mean, I liked the second one, and I liked season 3, Season of the Witch. But the ones in the middle, 4, 5, and 6, wasn't crazy about. Really liked this one. Halloween 20 years later, or whatever. This is the 20 years later. What's the new one just called Halloween that came out last year? I like it a lot too, but I think this is a very respectable one. Now, there was one that was done after this called Halloween Resurrection, and if I were you, I'd just totally skip that one entirely. But
hey guys,
that one I enjoyed.
The next one, we have the entire Exorcist series.
We don't have the entire series, but we got a lot of it.
Yeah, we have Exorcist The Beginning, Exorcist Second, and Exorcist Third. Is there an Exorcist Fourth that we're going to be showing later in the channel,
well,
even if you have it?
I'm going to explain this a little better. The Exorcist is the first one. They call it the version you've never seen. It's got a little bit extra deleted footage in it from the original theatrical release. That's the original one that started the whole thing off, Linda Blair. You all know it. You've seen it. I don't have the second one, which, you know, some people like it or hate it, you know. But my favorite one of the entire franchise is this one, Exorcist 3. Brad Dourif, George C. Scott. I don't know if the Hollywood or anyone else is really capable of making a much better horror movie than this. This is by far one of my favorite movies of all time, and of course George C. Scott's one of my favorite actors. Brad Dourif's one of my favorite actors, even when he's not doing Chucky stuff. I was a fan of his before he started doing Chucky. If you ever seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or Chain Dance, also known as Common Bonds, he has quite the range as an actor. And of course, you've seen Brad Dourif in many things. He's a very popular character actor. And
he's also the actor of Chucky because his name's Chucky.
We had these.
Just a fun joke I made up. I don't take it seriously, okay? Stop taking everything so seriously.
He wants to see over the movies. These two were prequels. This one was the one that the original director that they assigned to the project went with for the movie. This is when the studio said, no, we don't like that. We're going to have some of the scenes reshot with different actors. So they came up with this version. This one's a little more Hollywood style. This one's a little more straightforward. Which one do I like better? I really can't choose between the two. I like them both a lot. I think they're both really good. They both have their good points. I'd recommend to see both of them. They're both really good films as far as I'm concerned. We got a Steelbook here. This was I was very happy to get this for like $5. Dark Sky Films, Steelbook, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 2-disc Ultimate Edition. I know many different editions of this have been released. The inside, of course, has a couple discs in it, of course. You know, looks like that. Leatherface. So, anyway. Surely y'all have heard of Texas Chainsaw Massacre by now. Great classic movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely an essential movie for viewing for a horror fan. Alright.
So, the next one I got here is Tailspring. No, can you even
Not Spring.
I'm not deaf.
Tail Sting. Little scorpion action. You know, bad rubber insect or arachnids, whatever they are, effects. You know, a lot of people didn't give this a lot of hate, but if you take it for what it is, it's another one from the Old York Entertainment label. Again, they've been out of business for a long time. But if you can find this, it's still pretty fun. Okay.
They were out of business from the 20s.
Okay, let's keep going. We got a lot more movies.
That was when Papa Charles was born. He's 98 now. In May 6th, he's going to turn 99. So, here we go. Stick to the horror theme. Restraint.
This is a very good thriller. You know, kind of an erotic thing. Kidnapped and I don't know. It's I don't know. Teresa Palmer, as you've never seen her. I like Teresa Palmer. This movie, I don't know. I don't want to say anything else about it. I don't want to ruin it for you. But if you like Teresa Palmer, absolutely see this movie.
Boom, boom, boom. So the ones I have grabbed are
Scarred.
Psycho 2, Psycho, and Bog Creatures.
Well, I'll just go through these real quick. Bog Creatures, Debbie Rochon movie. Not fantastic, but not bad either. Still kind of enjoy it. It's kind of campy fun. Psycho 2 is a very respectable follow-up to original Alfred Hitchcock Psycho. Apparently a lot of people that worked on the original Psycho with Alfred Hitchcock did Psycho 2 because he was dead when they released this. This is the old Good Times home video edition. They've been out of business for quite a while now. But anyway, there's the back of it. So I really like that one.
A lot of DVD businesses have been out now.
Yep.
So.
And Scarred. This is a really fun little low-budget movie. I actually enjoyed this one quite a bit. So if you can find that, I don't know if it's still readily available, but since my eyes aren't what they used to be, I can't tell you what label. Oh, it's MTI. I think they're still around.
So the ones I have now grabbed now are the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Wildness, and Sideshow. And I'm really excited for one of the other ones.
All right, well, let me go ahead and go through these three real quick. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I already showed you the original just a moments ago. Here's the reboot. Reboot's respectable. I know a lot of people like to rip on Michael Bay. Well, I don't know what happened with this one, but this one was actually good. So it is good. It's got Arlie Ermy, who I love. Rest in peace. Again, another great icon that we lost. Wilderness. This is I think this was a mini-series, and they've kind of condensed it down into one long-running movie. I mean, they shortened it down from the original. I think it was on Showtime or something. I can't remember. But anyway, I don't know if you can still get this, but it's kind of an erotic werewolf movie. Again, kind of like that Wolfhound movie I showed you moments ago. So I actually enjoyed this one quite a bit. I don't know what's missing from it, but, you know, it's from the original miniseries, but it's long enough, and it tells the story, and I don't think there's anything missing that I could see that would have been essential. So they must have cut out the non-essential stuff and put it all in one shorter movie-length feature.
And guys, I just realized something. Sorry about the down face. I just realized when all of his horror movies are shown, we're going to have to shut down the channel. But still going for now. So.
Oh, no, we got a lot more to go. We're not going to shut down the channel because as we get new stuff, I'll make new videos.
Oh, good idea. Good idea.
Well, of course.
So this is going to be going forever. Well, when we DIE, that's where it's going to go.
Whoa, that was a downer. Go ahead. Here. You already mentioned this with Sideshow. Charles Band, Full Moon features. You know his stuff, you know. If you're a horror fan, you've been around a while. Sideshow's a fun little movie. It's got Phil Fondacarlo, or whatever his name is, the little... Phil Fondacarlo, I think that's his name. Well, anyway... this is a good movie. I enjoyed it. You know, it's not fantastic, but it's, you know, it's typical Full Moon feature stuff. If you like the Puppet Master movies, Hideous, things like that, this is a good film. So definitely worth checking out. A lot of fun. Where are you going? Okay, you got to go somewhere?
There's a lot of lights on here. Hang on. There's a lot of lights in here, so I just decided, well, turn on the lamp over here beside me. You can't see it.
I think we got plenty of light. I can see us just fine.
There you go.
Okay, well, here's one kind of a strange one.
Guys.
The Worm Eaters. It's fun. It's ridiculous. It's PG. Pretty safe to watch with the kids. So just goofy fun.
I'm sorry, guys.
Speaking of Hideous, that I just mentioned, Full Moon features, there's Hideous. Another one that's a lot of fun, and I already talked about the Puppet Master videos in another video. Anyway, there's Hideous.
I'm not really inside the screen.
In the frame? Okay, you're back. You're back.
The next one. This is the one I was excited about. It's called Child's Play.
Yep, about a doll. Homicidal maniac soul goes into a doll. The doll runs amok and creates all kinds of trouble. And of course, there's a reboot coming up very soon of this. They've already seen the trailers in the theaters. A movie I saw the other night, they had a trailer running. I went and saw The Kid, which isn't a horror movie. It's a Western, but it's actually one that's not getting a lot of attention, and it's really good. Okay.
Tourist Trap?
Tourist Trap. Chuck Connors, Tanya Roberts. Definitely an iconic cult film. Definitely one that you should check out if you've not seen it. And that cover art, I have always loved that picture. I've just always thought that was really creepy. So I wouldn't mind having a poster of that.
And,
like
dude, I really need some more space to put in here because I can't really fit.
Let's get the next videos up. Let's keep going.
The iris
effect. Yep, part of the eye, you know, the colored part. This was a movie I looked for a while and had trouble finding it. And lo and behold, Movie Gallery had a sale, as they often did, back when they were around. And I got it, and it's actually an interesting little film. I don't know if you can still get it, but easily, but I enjoyed it. Kind of a more melancholy kind of horror movie. So, not a slasher or anything like that.
Guys,
kind of a suspenseful story. Hold on. It's a suspenseful, story-driven type of movie. Go ahead.
So, this one is pretty much too scary that I don't even want to show the cover. For you, well, yeah, we gotta put in every single movie we can in Hunger for Horror. So, I'm sorry, guys, but here's Death Mask.
Death Mask. James Best, as you know, the man who made Roscoe P. Coltrane on the Dukes of Hazzard famous. Probably not a movie he was proud of. He didn't like violent films, I read. But he was really good in this film. If he detested it, he was very professional about it. Did a good job. Kind of a hard movie to find now. If you haven't seen it, it's surprisingly good. Definitely one I would recommend. If you ever get a chance to pick up a copy of Death Mask, by all means. What else you got?
Here we go, guys. Sorry. Sorry, don't worry. I'm not like descending into the deepness of the darkness. So, the Videodrome.
James Woods.
Which we're actually posting a vid right now.
James Woods, fantastic film. If you don't know Videodrome, David Cronenberg, check this out. Awful lot of fun.
And I guess I was also, well, you don't want to spoil. So, Hobbs End.
Hobbs End, fun little slasher movie, kind of low budget. Not the best movie I've ever seen, but definitely worth checking out. It was fun. I enjoyed it. So, Hobbs End. Next one.
Okay. Frogs.
Frogs, yeah. PG film. Got Sam Elliott, Ray Milland. It's a good movie. Actually enjoyed it. Like creature features, nature run amok. This one's not too overly graphic. Still interesting. Fun to watch. Definitely good one. If you want to have horror night with the family, if the kids aren't too young and too scared, this would be a good one to pull out for family horror night, so to speak.
So, now, guys, so a lot of my kids at my school have been saying truth or dare. So, if you guys are for some reason you kids watching this right now, I don't know why you would be watching this, and you use truth or dare, and you were wondering where that came from, well, here you have it, Truth or Dare, the horror movie.
Yeah, Truth or Dare. There's another Truth or Dare that's popular now. It came out in theaters last year. Actually, it's not that popular. I saw it. It was okay, but the stuff in the previews was more graphic than the stuff in the movie, and therefore they now have an unrated edition, which probably, is the stuff that was in the trailers back in the movie. Sorry about my voice. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm probably sounding a little muffled, stopped up, because I am. This movie is definitely one that started a series of several movies. It's a Sub Rosa classic. It's definitely low budget, but this movie has definitely gained a cult following. You should check it out if you like psychological slasher films. Let me go ahead and...
My face is now a horror movie. For some reason, I thought that was a funny joke. Emeranoid.
Inseminoid. This is kind of a space science fiction horror movie. I enjoy that one quite a bit. These were part of a 4-pack, these next 4 movies I bought many years ago. Part of the Elite Entertainment label. Again, another fine company that I mentioned before has been out of business for a while. I really like Elite. They did great stuff. I liked their releases a lot. So sorry that they're gone, but definitely enjoy the stuff they
And
did.
guys, we're already stacked up on another 3 movies. First one, Horror Hospital.
Horror Hospital, it's another one, the second one of the 4-pack that I originally ordered. This one was fun. I enjoyed it.
And then Tower of Evil.
This recently came out on Blu-ray. I think you can get that from Ronin Flicks, I think. But a Blu-ray has been released of this. This was a good movie, too. This one, for a long time, was hard to get a hold of. So now it's gotten a little extra life, at least in a limited edition form. So if you want that movie, I'd suggest you scoop it up pretty quick, because I don't think it'll be around very much longer.
Curse of the Voodoo.
Yep, Curse of Voodoo. It's a black and white film. Definitely intriguing. Definitely way better than I expected. Definitely worthy of the 4-pack. It's as good as the other ones are, if not better than maybe 1 or 2 of them. Okay, what else
The
we got?
next one, what else we got? We got some more horror movies coming. Bird by Ghost Story.
Urban Ghost. I didn't care for this one. But this is one that I didn't pick up. My wife picked it up. That doesn't mean that she doesn't pick up good stuff. She's looking at me like, what are you talking about me for? But anyway, this was a movie she picked out, and I don't know. It looked good to me, honestly. So she picked it up, and I tried to watch it, and I thought, I don't know. I guess it's all right.
Hey, Mom, you want
I
to
didn't
come in
hate
the camera
it,
for
but
a
it just
second?
wasn't for me.
Oh. She doesn't want to get on YouTube.
She came back. She was in the gym, so she doesn't really want to
Show off her sweat.
show off her sweat. Grave Dancers, one of my favorites of the After Dark Horror Fest, and this is just so much fun and has so many jump scares, and it's got some CGI toward the end that could have been a little better if they had a little more money, but gosh, all the right elements are there, and I just think this film is just really one of the unsung heroes of horror films, especially the After Dark Horror Fest. I really enjoy this film a lot. So definitely the Grave Dancers is one you should check out.
It waits.
It waits?
It lurks. It prowls.
Anchor Bay movie. I like this. I like It Follows more, which this movie is totally different. But It Waits, pretty good little creature feature. Definitely worth checking out. Didn't think it was too bad. Got a good deal on it, so I won't complain. $2.
The Janitor.
The Janitor.
Which janitors are sometimes evil, so stay away from them.
A good comedy horror movie. My nephew also enjoyed this, watched it with me. So if you like comedy in your horror, another one from Elite. If you can find it, scoop it up, because they don't make these anymore. It might have been re-released, but I'm not sure. But that's the original Elite edition, obviously. We got 5 more. Look, there's 6
guys.
more.
I gotta drop my head for a second. Art Pupil.
Apt Pupil. Based off the Stephen King story. If you've ever read this story, it's definitely one of his most suspenseful, intriguing novellas. I think it was in the Bachman Books collection, I believe. Anyway, this is really fun. Maybe it was Skeleton Crew. I don't remember which book it was in. It's been so long. But this is a great film, and I think it just got a re-release very recently. Not sure. Maybe it was. I saw an overseas Blu-ray of this, so I don't know if it has a domestic Blu-ray yet, and I don't know if it's region free or not. But you might look and see if you can find this film, because it's one of the ones that are forgotten about, based off a Stephen King novel, and I think it's a really, really good film. I saw it at the theater, but that's because I knew what it was, because I'd already read the story.
So, here we go. I'm switching them up a little bit to make it a little bit more interesting. Get in the front. I want you to be first. You are now off of the collection, watchusdie.com.
Watchusdie.com. Low budget little movie, it promises, a lot of skin. It has a little bit, But it was okay. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was all right. I kind of liked it, I think they really tried on this one, and I think that there's definitely some promising talent there somewhere. So definitely, one that I would recommend with reservations. If you don't like low budget stuff, I would avoid this at all costs. But hey, if you're interested in another voyeur type horror movie, give it a shot. See what you think. I kind of enjoyed it, so.
Dark Walker, you were right.
Yeah, there's another one of these haunted house movies. people start dying left and right in the haunted house thing, and they're trying to figure out who's doing it. Well, they've actually awakened this ancient spirit. This is an old, gosh, this was low budget, but it's really fun. I think it says Shadow Entertainment. I'm not sure who released this, but I actually kind of like this one. I think you might still be able to find this one. I'm not sure. The Dark Walker, fun haunted house movie. Visitors.
School coming up near a boat. Rah!
Don't remember a whole lot about this one. Just remembered I had a hard time following it. So you know, it was okay. I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another watch. Maybe reassess it. Maybe give it a fresh viewing. Some movies need that.
And then the last two, we are almost at the end of the vid. Lovers Lane and Creep Show.
Lovers Lane is one you probably hadn't heard too much about. About a guy with a hook. It's, you know, it's an urban legend. You know, people park out on Lovers Lane and a guy with a hook hand comes and murders these teenagers. It's definitely got some good elements in it. It's one that I enjoyed. Good low budget slasher film. It's from First Look Entertainment. Don't know if it's still available, but anyway, there it is. So
guys, the yawning is kicking in now, so thank goodness we are almost at the end of the vid. Remember that one vid
here,
that you
cardboard,
guys
so don't push on it because
May watched. I was so yawning so much, so go check out that vid. It's
okay.
really good.
Let's get to the last video.
Let's go.
Creep Show, great anthology film, one of the best ever made. Some people really like Trick or Treat, but as far as I'm concerned, the two original Creep Shows are hard to beat. And of course, this actually has Stephen King in it, based off George Romero and Stephen King story ideas. Definitely a lot of fun. The one with the roaches and the one with the crate underneath the stairs. I love that one. The Father's Day cake or birthday cake. Can't remember if it's Father's Day or his birthday. I can't remember. It's got Leslie Nielsen. Anyway, one of the best horror anthologies ever made, as far as I'm concerned. It's a must-see if you haven't seen it. If you're a horror fan, you definitely want to check out Creep Show if you haven't yet. It's an oldie, but it's definitely a goodie.
So guys, I have a joke that we have to do at the end of the video. So let me whisper it today.
We do what? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway.
That's all for today, folks. But don't worry, there's always next time. So that's all for today, like I said. And we will see you on next Hunger for Horror. Bye!
Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe.